Good morning. I'm Ron Moore, and this is your morning cup of motivation. Hey, I read yesterday where Ron Turcotte passed away. Now that name probably doesn't ring a bell with many of you, but he was actually the jockey who rode the horse Secretariat to the Triple Crown back in 1973. And that made me think of that great movie Secretariat, which if you never saw that, it may be time to bring it out again. What a great movie. But the guy who was the trainer of Secretariat, Lucius Lorraine, that is, had a scene in there that I thought was one of the most powerful scenes there, because Lucius had a losing streak, and he lost a lot of races. The horses he trained lost a lot of races, and so there was a scene in there before they went to run the Derby, the Kentucky Derby, in which he had all these newspaper articles in which it talked about how he was such a loser and he lost all these races. And the scene was, he set them all on fire. He burned them all. Burned all the ones, talking about all of his losses. And I thought, man, that's exactly what some of us need to do. If you've ever lost, well, I know what it is to lose. Gosh, lose. I've lost business, I've lost relationships, I've lost friends. I know what losing's about, But I tell you, it's time that some of us burn those newspaper articles. Now, fortunately, most of us are not in the public eye to where, the newspaper or the cable news is talking about us. And we're really not going to burn anything, any newspaper articles now, but we can sure delete them from our Facebook accounts, from our social media, from anything, internet. Get rid of the articles talking negative about us. Now, a country music way of saying that is take that rearview mirror off and move on. The Apostle Paul said it this way. In Philippians 3:13, he says, forgetting what lies behind, I'm pressing on towards the mark of the high calling of God. Now, certainly, we can't totally forget something, okay? But we can focus on our wins. See, focus on all the time you win. Maybe it's a little victory. Maybe even though, and the enemy just loves to throw up your failures. But if you'll focus on your successes and say, Lord, today's a new day. I'm pressing on. I'm forgetting what lies behind. I'm just not going to think about it, in other words. When it comes to you, just say, okay, in the name of Jesus, I'm not going to think about that. But I'm going to forget what lies behind. I'm going to move on. Listen, if you were blessed by this, be sure and